So I think we can start with the following up topics first. So this is from Asa, but then the TIC is Audrey, right? So yeah, to Audrey, is there any updates on this?
Okay, so as everyone can see in the conclusion column, I already checked the newest contract version with Kairfan from BI, and also, yeah, everyone can access the documentation. It is hyperlinked already, and also, wait, let me open my folder too. Okay, and then the contract reinforcement draft is already finished, and I already sent the updates to both Kak Lilis and Kak Ara since we cannot meet synchronously last week due to our schedule. So I already sent the documentation. If there are any inputs or also advices, please let us know via the comment section in the Google Docs. Yeah, and then this newest contract is actually planned to be rolled out like within this week until, if I'm not mistaken, until 13th of February. We still have time to check also and also to give any input and also advices. And I I attach a proposed timeline for partnership contract. It is still in the Dropbox paper. In the third point, yeah, it is still very, very, very raw, and I hope I can also get a lot of inputs from everyone related to the timeline, since this will be a very crucial topic. I guess that is it from me, Kafira.
Okay, thank you, Audrey. So for checklist number 1 and 2, it's already done ya. Cuman kayak
Yep.
further refine aja gitu,
Yeah.
right? Okay, I'll just take this out. And for proposed timeline, who do you think will be like the very perfect person to help you discuss further about this?
Actually, I put some people as PIC from each division.
Yeah. Okay, since Audrey is Malek, then for this part, okay, so, oh, PICC belum ada. All right. So to Miss Secretary, I think we can put the conclusion here is Audrey can discuss further with the PICs that she's set for the partnership contract timeline. For the deadline, I think next week we can like further discuss on the timeline. Wait, Audrey, are you back?
Check. Am I audible right now?
Oh yes, yes,
Yeah, yeah,
yes.
yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay, so what are like your dependencies for this checklist, like your final dependencies for this
Um, my final dependency will be a follow up and also like internal discussion, especially with community management. Am I audible? Am I audible? Kak? I'm so sorry.
Yeah, audible.
Okay. Yeah, and uh, the the closest agenda will be discussing for properties that already violate some of our contract, and also we will proceed to maybe offboard some of them yang memang sudah tidak sustain begitu Kak. Yeah, so I think we need an internal discussion within CM, especially with Kak Tandy, since I haven't met him like for maybe almost 2 weeks. So yeah.
Okay, Audrey menghilang lagi. Jadi sort what kayak sakit kan? Kok 2 weeks maksudnya? Dari kapan sakitnya Farah? Mungkin tahu.
Kak Hendy sakit baru hari ini sih Kak, terus tadi inform from Mr. Jing. Mr. Jing offer Kak Hendy to take a day off. Info tadi.
Take a day off-nya hari ini mungkin. Okay, 2 weeks. Oh, agak susah di reach ya. Maybe do you know why, Asa? I don't know what disability actually. Maybe Audrey, can you please elaborate more? Oh, okay. Walah, ada meeting. Ya udah, kalau begitu, is it okay if I make this as done, tapi conclusion finalnya tunggu Mutia to Audrey. See, Mutia to right. Audrey will have an internal meeting with the CN team regarding the further actionable for the partnership contract dan timeline. Okay, so I'll just make this as done now for the whole thing. Done. Udah done. So sekarang kita ke new topics. What new topics do we have today? Okay, let's start with the very lowest one. Oh, to Shalin, maybe you can elaborate more on this.
Okay. So this is basically a curiosity aja sih sebenarnya, cause we have this like project on the internship certificate, right, where we put like the interns performance, like we give like an evaluation kayak scoring gitu kan ya during their time here, during their internship. So just wondering sih apa whether it's actually like applicable in the guest or the partnership funnel in this case. But I think not Ara, Asa has already responded ya in the comment over there. So maybe apa any other thoughts there from the other team members?
Okay, thank you for the elaboration, Shalin. To Asa, I see you already. Okay, can you explain your any thoughts on this?
Okay, so actually, this has already been in our mind like since a year ago, but it's not yet implemented due to lack of resources. But I think we can implement it for the partner side, especially because we've got new resources here, which is AFLA. And I have delegated the social media engagement, and this will also be included related to the what is it? Yeah, recognition for partners who have met several criteria. I will most likely discuss this further with AFLA in order to implement it with partners.
Berarti udah ada in mind and already like ada plan-nya gitu ya.
Ya betul.
Asik. Keren. Kalau untuk guest gimana nih? Ke Mutia kali ya?
Yep. For gas, we don't have any plan about this actually. This is very good, but I think what we have to be like is for the gas, something like that.
For employee, yes, we do score them. Tapi mungkin dari partner dulu deh. Apakah kalian men-score atau kayak memenuhi kriteria yang udah di-set gitu tuh Asa?
Good question sebenarnya. Belum terlalu define sih. Need further discussion lagi tentang ini.
For the guest itself, is it possible to be like the best guest, or because we like just give the appreciation to them because they are always repeat to our property, something like that?
Bisa jadi. Tapi from my side, I think if like this certification is like very good, right? Like, yeah, maybe we could think of a long term, like what's the purpose of we have these certifications for our guests? Is it that we want to have apa? Ya kayak tadi repeater atau enggak, makin sering book sama kita gitu kan?
Yep. I can consider that it's actually a good idea. Also, maybe like the extend because we have 6-month stay guest, always extend. We can put the certificate also like a little appreciation.
Dan kalau misalnya nih, if we're going to implement this for the guest one, who do you think you could collaborate with to discuss?
I think with reservation team, since reservation project, the reservation ya.
Okay. Alright, then untuk Kak Ara nih, what are your thoughts about this to be applied to all?
Di guest atau di mana?
Di guest sama di partnership.
Oh, di partnership sih aku udah lihat pretty double ya. Maksudnya nanti ada sertifikat digantung kayak gini of our properties partner, right? Tapi kalau di guest relevansinya apa ya? Aku bingung deh. Or maybe Shelin atau yang lain ada yang melihat relevansi di guest untuk scoring guest itu apa?
Maybe to Mutia, kalau misalnya untuk guest, the perfect relevance for the kayak certificate itu bagusnya apa?
We could like give some compliments, like the written in the like such as like mug, named Bukit Vista, or there also their picture, something like they achieve things like that.
Maksudnya, how is that? Do you see relates to apa? How is that going to relate to the KPI of gas funnel?
Mm, Probably it will be like unrecognized needs. It could be like
Unrecognized needs. How do you see the score will give unrecognized needs? Contohnya gimana?
yeah, because perhaps the guest is not really expect we will give the like we can like just mention it as reward like that. So yeah, it will be like unrecognized needs. Betul itu.
Oh, berarti maksudnya rewards and recognition for guest. Terus kalau misalkan guestnya dapat best guest gitu atau most repeater, dapat apa?
I think it's the same. We can like just give the compliment itself, Kara. Like such as we can see like we can have to like digging first the guest persona itself. We can give the compliment such as the what is that? I ever give the not really compliment but the birthday gift is chandelier. Chandelier, not chandelier, aromatherapy chandelier. What we call it?
Oh, scented candle.
Yeah, scented candle. Something
scented
like
candle dikirim kemana ke rumahnya dia?
No, the guest stay ya. When the guest stay with us. What do you think? Usually
kita ada budgeting khusus nggak sih Muti buat kayak gitu-gitu di guest?
Yes, 150,000 rupiah.
Per bulan atau per apa?
Per guest sih. But yeah, I will.
Maksudnya expense-nya ada budgetnya nggak? Kayak kita spending on guest itu berapa dalam sebulan gitu?
I'm not really sure, but for the guest birthday itself, per person is 150,000. But we are not really birthday guestnya tuh nggak terlalu sering gitu in this month. Like that.
Kalau menurut aku ya, tunggu di sini ada Vian ya. Halo Vian, can you hear me?
Hello Kak.
Yes. I heard that you will be working on rewards and recognitions. Is that correct?
Based on my prior period, yes.
Ya. Menurut aku stated for partnerships, scoring like this and also what Muti brought up itu related to rewards and recognition. Berarti ketika nanti satu kan awards, namanya juga awards, berarti awards and rewards and recognition. So then if somebody a partner got like 9.5, what exactly they're going to get kayak gitu kan. Kalau bedanya gini, the difference is that for employee funnel the certificate itu is the reward, like because you sometimes most of the time the interns itu kan required the score to be submitted to the university, so the certificate itself is the rewards, things like that. But for partnerships and for guest rewardsnya kan, I mean getting this not really a reward, maksudnya nggak terlalu beneficial from both sides, right? Having just a certificate, so maybe any suggestion from my side, maybe Muti can discuss on the squad or nggak squad sih, mungkin bisa tunjuk misalkan mau discuss sama Tendi, terus nanti Asa bisa discuss sama Audrey misal, silahkan dipilih to come up with specific ini konsep kalau misalkan mau apply ini ya, cuman aku balikin ke Shelin, how do you foresee this, ini cuman ideas that you drop or you expected each panels to actually have this juga gitu. I think back to chair atau back to Shelin dulu.
Okay. Setelah Kak Ara menjelaskan, so yeah, I think ini kita perlu ini lagi ya, we need to like see, karena kan for now the research squad itu kayak we're talking about the scoring criteria for the certificate, right? But then the scoring ini adalah to assess assess our credibility as a company gitu. But then like to Shelin, right? About your curiosity, like what are your expectations that the partnership squad and the guest squad could use for I don't know for the rewards and recognition tapi related to the scoring gitu.
Okay, interesting. Sebenarnya like what I have in mind is actually apa to see further sih like do we actually apa need this gitu loh like similar approach juga sih like the one that we are currently using in our internship certificate. So apa to increase our credibility as a company gitu kan ya. So when we see this like end product kalau misalnya di employee if it's in employee squad it's the internship certificate right. So apa I was actually kayak wondering what are the possible end products gitu sih, like from the partnership or even from the guest side gitu loh. So it's more into curiosity sih. Tapi if it's actually apa like doable and applicable in the respective squads, then I think we can also apa try and apply it gitu sih.
Okay, to the end result, yeah. Okay. Since this is like a very new idea and it's a curiosity from Seychelles side, right? And I believe that even from the partnership or the guest squad, they might need a few time, not a few time, some days to process the context of this research thread. So as Asa mentioned that she already have the plan, the certificates, and is going to discuss it with Afla, right? So Asa, do you think you can report us like the goal and purpose of the scoring or rewards, like by next week, like just like report us on the updates?
Yep, can.
Okay, then same thing to Mutia. Do you think you can also discuss with the reservation team and like think of the goal and the purpose of this idea that Shelly brought up by next week?
Certainly, Kak.
All right, then you can put that in the conclusion. So we're going to further discuss and like break down some of the goal, the purpose of the scorings or the rewards and recognitions from each squads. Is there anyone who wants to add on the discussion? This one. So we can make this as a follow-up. Nanti boleh ditambah di conclusionnya ya.
Okay, I just write down on my paper first.
Okay. Thank you. Then moving on to the new topic. Wait. Oh, this is to Asa. Okay. Asa, any updates on this one?
Actually, it's been done, and the conclusion is that Muti will finish updating the dalan by 28th of February.
Oh, guideline.
Yeah.
So this is improvement on guidelines.
Yes, and the comment. Yep.
Wow. Okay then. It then will follow up on 28th of February, but then asynchronously. Yeah. Is that okay? To Mutia.
Yep.
28 PIC-nya aku ganti ya ke ya. Thank you. Alright, we will follow up on that. Okay, new topic from Asa. Asa, over to you.
Okay, thank you, Farah. So actually, I'm just very related to the operational things. So the case is that in one of our property, Jolubawung, the charges and additional fees should be paid by the guest to our BJ account. Then, finance team will put the report in income statement while also sending the compound payments to the owner by the start of the next month. And in order to do that, finance team need HAR to put the proof of payment from guest to bigger. However, I found the version from finance team that it's hard for them to see the completed proof of payment data because some of the files are missing and are not completed yet. So, in order to transform, I'd like to know does HR team have workflow or maybe guideline or system which reports every charges and or additional fees, and also documentation folder of transfer payment from guests which have been occurred in specific property. That's from my side. Thank you, Tera.
Okay, then this leaves goes to Mutia, right? Yeah.
Correct. So yeah, actually HR team don't have any what is we call like the list of the charge for the price itself in certain property. like that. So actually, when some corkage, we call it, happen, we only ask the group what how much it costs for the breakage itself, like that. So we don't have any listing. And yeah, the problem is when we want to access the proof of the past yes, it always miss out, cannot be accessed in WhatsApp itself.
Oh, so it's not yet included in the workflow, yeah, Muti, because you said earlier that you need to forward the transfer payment right to the WhatsApp group, but sometimes people miss it.
Mm-mm. Correct.
I see, I see. Okay, and who do you think is the best person to improve the guideline?
Me myself, I think I need to improve the guideline by, perhaps in my opinion, I can like document it, yeah, for the payment for the breakage itself.
Yeah. I think it will be better if HR team has got a document, specific document, or maybe spreadsheet of the list of charges and also additional fees that has been occurred in specific property, because it will also give what is it, yeah, visibility to our partners if they ask regarding to the next payment from the finance team.
Especially for the itu ya, apa namanya, the full stack one.
Yep, correct.
Okay. Okay. Then to Mutia, berarti ini PIC-nya ke Mutia berarti ya, to provide documentation for additional fees yang kena charge. And then, do you think you can report us? Okay, when do you think you can report us back on your report?
I think next week should be done.
Okay, next week, yeah.
But I will cicil this one.
Okay, maybe you can work together with the CM team. Maybe Asa juga kan, she's the one who brought this up juga. Maybe biar dikoordinasi aja berdua. Okay, then by next week, to Miss Secretary, conclusionnya adalah next week dia will provide us her apa? Is it possible to provide a like final guideline?
Yes, possible.
Okay, alright then. Alright, that's the ini ya, the conclusion next week. Jadi dia akan coordinate dengan ASA dan membuat guideline to make the guideline and improve documentation for the fees. Yep. Does anyone else wants to add any more context on this discussion?
Oh yeah, Muti, this should be put in partnership or in what guideline? QS code or in
before that, I'm going to put it on the guest code, but which one is the most comfort for us?
okay. Yeah, I think guest code would be great sih for guideline for the hosting team. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay.
Paling ini Vera, aku mau add up a little bit aja based on this discussion. This is a best practice that everyone, I hope, will adopt better in the future. So when you started a topic, before even the meeting started, you can choose who the PIC you think you can do this. Satu. Kedua, more importantly, whose this topic is pointing out to. That's also important. For example, Asa putting a discussions here. Who exactly you think should give response before the meeting started? Misalkan, oh ini buat Muti, oh ini untuk Vera. I think it's better to tag first. Jadi ketika discussions, hopefully the people buat tag itu sudah respon, sudah put their thoughts. Jangan nunggu meeting. Kalau nunggu meetingnya jadi sibuk untuk discussion yang dimulai dari awal. Padahal seharusnya meeting just following up on what exactly is the follow-up for this topic. So yeah, this is for everyone actually. So that's just a reminder from my side. Back to you, Sarah.
Betul. Okay, thank you Kara. Jadi ya, I think karena kita semua berdatang we came from different squads, so it's better to tag the people that you think might relate best with your topic. Okay, so that is for this discussion. Kita bikin follow up, and the deadline is next. Yeah, next week. Okay. Okay. Another new topic from Mutia.
Yeah,
Yes.
you. And this is actually my idea with Kak Tendi sih. Hosting team want to create guest experience by handling online events so we can really give the experience to the guests because we think that until now we're just like give the information to the guests, not really like bring the experience itself to the guests. So hosting team can create online events such as cooking class, kids activities, or open trip to Nusa Penida. But my current idea needs to be like advice ya. My current idea to start is the first find the perfect target first to be participant in the event itself. See the segments, what is the best event for the target. After we already like grouping the target itself, continue to the forecast to schedule the event, when the perfect time to handle the event, and prepare to create the perfect event, prepare the registration and find the things need to be prepared for the guests to follow the event itself, and start to broadcast to the guests by sending them an invitation, and then make a list of the guests that want to participate, and after that, finally, we can handle the event, something like that. And here, I need a feedback. What do you think about this idea? Can I make it this in this month, and then what steps that you think need to be clear and improve, and what I have to consider the most in handle this event because this is the first event yeah for hosting team itself, like that. Thank you. Back to chair.
Okay. At first, I like the idea, but then I think you should start with like, what's the objective of this, and what are our purpose of improvement when you want to create this guest experience.
Yeah. So I really want to like bring the experience to the guests, like I mentioned it before, and I think I just need a little improvement from the steps since I'm not really I'm not really sure these steps is the best steps like that.
Actually, yeah, kalau we talk about idea, it is a good idea, kan? But then kayak it's the same thing as like you're proposing a project atau idea to the team, but the details ini masih kurang panjang gitu kan. Ini mostly our activity based gitu. Jadi kayak if you need a feedback, what do you think about this idea? Can you make it as a month? My response is like, have you consider your bandwidth? Have you already know your teammates? Like siapa-siapa aja yang mau dibawa gitu kan. Habis itu kayak what steps do you think need to be clear and improve? Basically back on the proposal itself again kayak is this proposal sudah lengkap kah? Apakah semua orang di ruangan ini udah ngerti gitu? That is from me sih, but maybe to ke arah deh. What do you think?
Yeah, I think Farah speaking well on my thoughts. What I thought is pretty much the same with Farah, sudah diwakilkan. And tech people, of course, like who exactly Muti would love to hear from. So for me, Teddy, Audrey, Shilin, Farah, karena ini kan the number of the meeting is gonna be larger. Sekarang udah 12 orang. Nanti siapa yang harus ngomong di meeting? Then I think this can be done asynchronous sebelum meeting. But more importantly, as Farah said, kayak what are you trying to achieve? This will be related to prioritization juga, Muti. I'm not sure, I haven't checked what exactly is your current OKR for this month. Misalkan terus kalau mau bikin ini, is it really urgent? Misalkan, I didn't say it is not important, enggak. Cuman it nanti bakalan relate ke prioritization kamu, prioritization squadnya juga gitu kan. Nah, jadi aku nggak bisa judge juga how relevant, how important karena nggak ada KPI-nya. Jadi mungkin kayak saran aku sih, Muti bikin dulu KPI dari event ini tuh apa yang mau di-achieve. Karena juga ini juga saranku, jangan terlena dengan creating activities gitu without specific purposes. Ini kan bagus nih sebenarnya kayak bikin acara hosting, bikin activities, cooking class, and so on. Itu inspire the light banget sih. Cuman gimana kamu mengemas ini menjadi suatu hal yang memang purposeful, yang bukan cuma main-main gitu loh. Jadi kayak bener-bener ini relate Kak sama misalkan kita memang ada program untuk increase and transformation of guest persona misalkan. Oke, guest persona ini kemudian nanti harus bisa ngerelatin gimana kaitannya sama target revenue misalkan. Kan kita tetap seputar itu juga kan guys, tetap seputar revenue-nya how is that how is this going to support that, kayak gitu-gitu sih. Paling komen aku itu. Back to you, Farah.
Oke, iya sih. Sebenarnya yang pas when you membawa this topic, my thought was like emang activity apa yang is not working to the point that you want to have this, to bring up this new experience aja sih sebenarnya. Jadi kayak lebih ke proposalnya betulin. Tapi mungkin aku mau nanya opinion dari yang lain deh. Audrey, gimana menurut kamu?
Kalau dari in my opinion, creating an event itu is a kind of gambling actually, especially when it is related to, like, we would say external parties here, so like non-employees here, I would say like maybe partners or also guests. So I do agree with what Kara said, that it is not always about the euphoria, but I mean the way the process to prepare the pre-event itself, it might drain you a lot, and it might kind of shift your focus. So I guess this one maybe this one will be better if delegated to someone who's really engaged with event, and like the it is not mengganggu prioritas juga sih ya, karena event ini kan pertanggung jawabannya cukup kayak cukup lebar gitu, dan like that's very negative.
Okay, mungkin to Mutia, do you already have like your team atau resources in mind gitu nggak project?
For this project is actually I'm going to like purpose like in this team is that's why I bring it to the discussion. I would like to like Katendi and reservation team, but also I need a team to collaborate also with another chapter see, like everyone can join. But for handle this event is Kak Tendi and me, and I will ask to Dimas also. Yes, Asa.
Yes, Asa.
Okay, thank you. Actually, this also happened in CM team because once Kak Tandi also proposed to have like community offline event since November, if I'm not mistaken, for the idea. But it's not, I think it's not really gonna happen in this near times yet because due to COVID stuff and also due to resources. So yeah, I think we need to consider it really, really, really thoughtful first before we try to execute this kind of offline event. It's just some gambaran lah dari CM gitu kira-kira.
Tapi yang CM offline kan, kalau ini kan online. Iya gitu. But yeah sih. Mungkin tuh Om Rafiq deh, do you have any thoughts on this kayak? Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Sorry. I think this is my first thought, yeah. We have a meeting. I never joined the meeting, right? So blame me, yeah. So I think this one can be this is good mood, yeah. But maybe you can change it to promotion. Why I said like that? Because if you are on the transformation, maybe you can change it. Instead, you make it online, like a cooking class, kid activities, and everything else, Mr. Panida. Maybe you can give a suggestion to the guest if you want to go to Sapanida. We have this property, for example, and we can set the KPI and SLA for that. For example, you invite 10 and you get 3 guests stay in our property. For example, like that, it's more easy to measure that one. That is my idea to promotion. But if you want to make the online event like this, it's need a lot of thing, kerja keras ini sebenarnya. Apalagi ini online. Dan as an information, so start from 15th of February is PPKM level 3, right? At Bali. So just have meeting right now at Banjar. So we'll be like that. So offline we will postpone. Okay. Yeah, sorry. So that is from my side. Maybe back to chair Vera or Mutia very touch. Mungkin yang kecil-kecil dulu deh Mutia. Gini.
Sebenarnya idenya Mutia ini bagus kayak proposing ideas is super fine dan tapi again konsiderasinya kan kayak prosesnya. Mungkin gini deh Mutia, because we don't want to memadamkan your motivation sama spirit kan untuk bring up this idea gitu. Mungkin is it possible for you to come up with a proposal yang very very lengkap. Jadi kayak problemnya apa, backgroundnya apa, resources siapa, proposal, and then by next week, then you tag us in chapter kayak ini proposal yang udah aku come up gitu, dan what do you guys think, and then we could discuss it further kayak gimana ya gitu after considerations next week gimana mungkin.
Thank you, Om Rafiq and Kak Vera. Actually, by bringing up this idea, it's actually I need from your point of view, see about this. I'm not saying that I'm not sure also with my ideas, but I need another point of view. But I'm agree with Om Rafiq also. Actually, we already implemented Om Rafiq for the giving local tips to the guests. We already implement it, and the guest is some of the guests also visit my recommendation also. We already implement it, but yeah, I'm not. I'm not by bringing up this idea. I'm not saying that I'm not sure, but I really need the point of another point.
Okay. Ya sih, tapi kayak kalau dilihat, I think like most people like do like agree gitu. Jadi kayak it's a good idea, cuman paling tinggal proposalnya aja lagi. Yeah. Maybe I would like to ask the guests. Kan kalian ada ini kan Trello board guest funnel squad. Yeah. Do you guys have this template untuk kayak project card gitu nggak?
Oh, we have that.
Nah, mungkin you can start with that, make a project card, and then like fill in the detailsnya juga sama ya itu kayak proposal lengkap gitu. Terus, yeah. Maybe we can discuss about it next week, tapi within that 1 week, kalau bisa you tag us in the transformation chapter, kayak let us know about the proposal. Jadi we can read it duluan sebelum itu. Kan?
Copy that.
Okay, then conclusionnya adalah Mutia is going to make a more complete proposal on her idea, and then make a Trello card juga, and the team will further discuss about this next week ya, after reading her proposal. Okay, jadi ini follow up. Dengan PIC-nya kita bikin Mutia dulu. And the date is next week. Okay. Wah, teman, kita kehabisan topik. Gimana ini? Gimana? Ada yang mau ini nggak? Bring up topik yang kalian mau membahas?
Coba tuh Pian, mana Pian?
Pian. Gimana nih, Pian?
Oh, yes, Kak.
Ya, gimana kemarin boleh share kamu project rewards recognition-nya gimana?
Oh, based on my trial program ya.
Ada yang bisa diperisan nggak?
Sorry?
Ada yang bisa diperisan nggak?
Nggak ada sih, maksudnya belum ada.
Belum bikin cardnya?
Belum. But so for briefly, I'm gonna say, so it's like a recognition. We have to like enhance our survey for the employees. But based on my conversation, my meeting with messaging, he said that instead of survey, we have to actually create some kind of focus group discussion from each member of the conversion and the others. Also perhaps for interns and employees as well. So we have this first focus group discussion that we used to kind of understand what the internet employees want. So based on that, we can work further to create guidelines and etc. etc.
Oke, itu ada kartnya. Ian aware nggak?
Oh, ini card yang.
Coba scroll ke atas dong.
Oh ya,
itu kamu teks juga loh. Ada nama kamu di situ.
Yes, I'm aware.
Oke. Oke, mungkin sebelum membahas itu, kayaknya aku mau ngobrol dong sama Alia, Pian, sama Tika. From today's discussion, Alia dapat apa aja sih pemahaman yang terserap untuk meeting hari ini apa? Meeting ini tuh tentang apa? Terus ngapain aja hari ini kita?
Kan kalau yang dari aku, yang aku nangkep sih kayak tadi ya Kak. Kita kalau misalkan mau nge-propose idea, bener-bener harus mikir matang juga kan terkait projectnya mau kayak gimana, terus nanti apa resultnya kayak gimana, terus apa yang perlu dilakuin, terus sama kira-kira targetnya tuh mau siapa aja gitu sih Kak. Jadi kayak kita harus lebih matengin persiapan kita juga kan kalau mau nge-propose idea. Terus kita juga kayak harus ngasih update atau ngasih kayak transparansi gitu, kira-kira deadline-nya mau kapan, terus bisanya itu diselesainnya itu kapan, apa yang mau diselesain aja, gitu sih Kak.
Oke, itu kan tentang cara membuat project, cara mengajukan diskusi gitu kan. Tapi ini meeting apa sih Alia?
Kalau menurut saya lebih kayak tentang follow up progress gitu sih Kak.
Progresnya siapa?
Progresnya transformation chapter, tapi dibagi lagi kan di funnelnya employee, terus funnelnya partner, sama funnelnya guest.
Oke. Terus Tika di sini nggak?
Oke, halo Kak.
Oke, Om Rafiq, silahkan. Oke, Tika, fungsi meeting ini buat apa ya?
Kalau fungsi meeting ini lebih ke ini sih Kak. Kan itu kan dihadirin sama dari berbagai squad juga. Nah itu mungkin lebih mengkorelasikan program-program yang emang berhubungan dengan antar squad itu Kak.
Maksud? Bedanya sama chapter conversion apa?
Chapter conversion.
Sama chapter yang lain apa? Ini chapter apa?
Ini transformation.
Oke, transformation itu apa? Ngapain sih transformation?
Transformation itu nggak sih ya, terdiri dari host, terus juga ada CM sama HR.
Oke, betul. Terus ngapain kerjaannya transformation ini? Conversion tahu nggak? Conversion ngapain?
Conversion masih jujur Kak, masih kurang paham Kak.
Chapter lain selain conversion sama transformation apa?
Ada ini bentar, ada advokasi sama awareness, sama ada data and discovery, enhance work.
Data recovery?
Data discovery.
Itu chapter data discovery gitu?
Iya.
Kamu lihat di mana?
Di structure, di company culture and structure ini Kak.
Coba dong sharing, boleh nggak? Lihat share screen-nya.
Wait.
udah jelas ya Kak, udah masuk.
Oke. Terus awareness itu ngapain menurut kamu? Halo?
Awareness, jujur Kak, aku masih belum terlalu paham tentang ini sih Kak, starter ini.
Oke. Pian bisa dibantu nggak?
Oh, jadi transformation itu ya?
Ya.
Transformation berdasarkan frameworknya transformation di Bukit Vista, di mana ada piramid job career calling. Di transformation itu kita duty sebagai maintaining, jadi di antara maintaining guest, maintaining partnership, and maintaining employee, di mana kita mempertahankan employee dan internship as far as I understand it.
Oke, thank you Pian. Benar, pretty much itu salah satu contoh yang disampaikan. Tika MBKM bukan ya?
Gimana Kak?
Tika reguler atau apa MBKM atau apa programnya?
Iya, aku kan daftar MBKM terus kayak diarahin untuk daftar ke websitenya gitu.
Oke, ini hari kedua ya?
Iya.
Oke deh. Nanti dipelajari lagi ya. Jadi saran ini basic manner kalau menurut aku. Kalau mau join meeting, kalian harus paham dulu meetingnya ini mau tentang apa, at least. Jadi attendees nggak pasif juga, walaupun tidak terlibat involvement di active discussion, but you guys can actually understand, oh ini bahas tentang apa sih gitu, bisa following gitu. Gak apa-apa, ini masih hari kedua buat Tika, tapi kedepannya gitu ya, meeting apapun nggak harus meeting chapter, meeting sama orang one on one atau meeting sama 3 orang 4 orang, donut date mungkin nanti kedepannya akan ada donut date, tuh harus tahu dulu ini mau bahas apa sih. Jadi you come prepared bukan hanya untuk active discussion but understanding the context. Jadi ketika ada discussion bisa following, oh ini arahnya kemana, ngapain aja. Nanti Tika juga perlu tahu position roles-nya Tika tuh di mana aja. Karena as exactly stated sama Alia tadi, kita di sini kan banyak funnel yang masuk di satu chapter ini. Jadi perannya Asa, Audrey, Muti, Vera tuh beda-beda sebenarnya gitu. Terus sama juga buat Vian, Alia. Vian tadi jawabannya udah benar, cuman masih kurang komplit. Job career calling tadi hanya untuk funnel employee, sedangkan di transformation kita ada semua funnel. Jadi transformation itu apa? Coba Ibu Vera dijelaskan. Kan share-nya hari ini.
Transformation
kita ngapain sih Kak?
Transformation ya. Jadi missionnya transformation adalah untuk mentransform para guest, partner, dan employee kita. Jadi kan chapter-chapter itu kan tadi ada awareness, conversion, transformation, ini kan advocacy kan. Jadi itu sebenarnya kayak funnel apa sih, user journey gitu loh. Jadi kayak kita tuh mentransform orang-orang yang sudah kita convert sebenarnya. Ya transformation kalau di employee side itu kayak anggapannya di company culture gitu kan. Kalau misalnya Tika kan host, ya sih, customer relations, so you're transforming your guests. Jadi kayak give them the best experience lah gitu, yang nantinya bisa lead to advocacy-nya mereka gitu. Begitu deh ya Kak Ara.
Oke. Nanti Tika banyak ngobrol sama Muti itu yang sama Tendi yang akan menjadi funnel manager atau yang in charge di guest funnel. Banyak tanya biar bisa cepat following the pace. I think itu aja sih dari aku. I'm just testing you guys understanding, karena again aku nggak lihat sih sebelumnya di kamera kan, jadi aku nggak ngerti followingnya sampai di mana, following the discussion, especially to those that doesn't actively involved in the participation kan gitu. Jadi makanya aku penting banget, karena lebih enak kalau kelihatan juga, right? So I know that, oh ya ini dengerin, oh ini mungkin lagi ada apa, kayak operasi tadi kan mati kameranya karena lagi mau di repair segala macam. Jadi I get the context dulu gitu. Paling itu aja sih PR-nya buat Alia, Pian, sama Tika, difasihin lagi understanding on the company wide structure organization applications dan flows. Jadi at least tahu flows-nya. Kaitannya apa, conversion, transformation, awareness itu apa gitu. Oke, itu aja. Back to you, Vera.
Oke, ya itu guys. Ya, memahami konteks sebelum menjoin meetings ya, itu penting. Oke deh, thank you Kak Ara untuk remindernya lagi ini juga untuk kita semua. Dan again, transparansi guys. Kalau saya emang nggak bisa on cam, dikasih apa, segala macam. Ya, I think that's all for today's workshop. Thank you so much guys for coming and hope you guys have a great day.
Thank you, Vera, for sharing. For Vera and Shulin, please stay in the room ya. I need to discuss something. Thank you, Audrey, Muti. Gimana,
Thank
Audrey?
you, everyone.
Nanti aku live room jadi nggak aku end dulu.
Oh ya.
Oh ya.
Ya, ya.
Thank you.